Hey there, my name's Anthony Mattana. I'm the founder and CEO of Hooke Audio, and I'm here to talk to you about the next big thing in audio creation and consumption, 3D audio. Where's that one guy? He knows. He's probably the only guy who knows what I'm talking about, right there. It is a term that I've been to every single show, and I've never heard anyone know anything about it, so that was pretty amazing. For all of you else here who probably don't know a lot about it, before I get into the sort of nuts and bolts of what 3D audio is, I like to ask everyone to take a moment and think about a really amazing visual experience that you've had in the last few months, whether that's seeing the Grand Canyon, seeing your nephew or your niece for the first time, and think about how you captured that. Think about how you used photo or video to capture that. And then I want you to think about a really amazing sounding experience you had. Maybe going to a concert, hearing an amazing moment for the first time, and think about how you tried to capture it. Did you listen back and it sound like a dump truck driving through a nitroglycerin plant? Probably, right? We have amazing tools and consumer tools on our consumer devices that let us capture HD TV, 360 video, and consume HD and 360 video, right? But when it comes to capturing audio on our consumer devices, we're stuck in the 1980s, right? Yes. There he is. There's my guy. Yes, man. Awesome, right? The way in which we're capturing audio on our devices right now is the equivalent of walking around the world with one hand over our eye, right? We have two ears. We hear the world in 3D, and we should be capturing it that way. That's why I invented this. This is the Hooke Verse. This is the world's first pair of Bluetooth headphones that are capable of capturing wireless binaural 3D audio straight to your smartphone, and with an included recording cable, can record it to any other device. Now again, 3D audio is audio captured identically to the way you hear the world. So when you capture a video with this product and you upload it to YouTube or Facebook or Twitter, anyone with a pair of headphones or two-channel speaker system can listen back and experience it. You do not need this device to play it back. You just need it to record. Now, this type of technology has been around for 100 years. It's called binaural recording, but it's never really been accessible to the masses because we've also been commoditizing the smart speaker for the last 25 years. Now that's changing. I bet you the majority of people here have one or two pairs of headphones in their backpack, and people are starting to pick up on it. So much so that in the last year, we saw an episode of Doctor Who released in binaural audio, a hit Broadway play, The Encounter, completely broadcasted in binaural audio, award-winning podcasts, and a major indie artist, Perfume Genius on Matador Records, record an album entirely in binaural audio. Headphone consumption is becoming a part of our everyday existence, and we are changing the way we're creating content to accommodate that consumption experience. Now, in terms of the 3D audio tech, there is a lot of competition out there and some products that are around it. My background is as a Broadway sound designer. I used to make sound effects for musicals, and we used to use this Terminator frickin' thing looking there to capture the audio that way. That thing costs $9,000, and it's literally a head, right? If we want to introduce this type of new tech, if we want to take the next shift to stop recording the world like we have one ear, consumption and creation must be equal, right? In the world of the CD, we had the CD burner. In the world of watching the Super Bowl for the first time in HD, we had the Sony HD Handycam. The same is going to happen with immersive content. We're going to have VR experiences, but we're going to need tools to create it ourselves. That's where Hooke Audio plays in. I say, don't be a dummy. Use your head, you dummy. Now, this also is a very exciting time because literally 2 months ago, I couldn't put up this slide. That's how new this market is. We see a big market report that came out in the last month predicting 3D audio to be a $12 billion industry. I don't have to read it, you can see it. This is a really important one, right? In May, we have seen major players enter the space to accommodate this kind of tech. Instagram supporting binaural 3D audio in their apps is huge. Right, the same way GoPro used YouTube to commoditize their product and bring it to life is going to be the same thing for Instagram with 3D audio. And as you can see from what we've seen just in the last 3 years, people are talking about 3D audio. This is a bit about my team, right? All of our team, though they don't have experience in 3D audio because no one does, they have significant experience in working in products that people don't necessarily know they need or know how they need it. Everything down to my head of strategy, Manhattan, who ran Justin Timberlake's denim line in the 90s. Yes, he was responsible for that suit, which is kind of amazing. To Josh, who has very specific experience with our Bluetooth chip by making explosives with it for the military. One thing in common, we all understand sound matters. That's pretty much it. I encourage everyone to come up and meet with me afterwards. As I say, hearing is believing. You really have to experience it. We've been launched for the last year. I actually have some units with me in a closet over there that I'm going to be selling after the event. I do have a discount code. I guess it didn't make it onto this slide, but if you're interested in purchasing, I have a specific discount code for anyone that's interested in purchasing. Again, come to me to hear a demo. It's the only way to really experience it. Thank you. Blue and green flannel. Totally. You talk about DTS, you talk about Dolby, you talk about 7.1. Those are all consumption experiences. Those are all, I put a DVD in the receiver and I experience surround sound. Think of this as your own consumer-grade surround sound capturing device. See, if you put this audio, and mobile, yes, is that what you said, mobile? That's my guy, man, yes. That's what I'm talking about. If you put this into a receiver that has a 5.1 system, it's funny, right? The little DTS sticker that's on your home theater receiver, that's an algorithm that Sony or Panasonic has licensed into the receiver and takes that audio and digitally puts it into 7.1. So if you do a recording in a circle and you put it through your home theater, it's going to go in 7.1. The problem with this type of audio is that it's always been a playback experience. Why would anyone care if we always get to consume it? We need to create it to be able to care. Yes? Is this going to revolutionize pirate bootleg recordings? Probably. It could. I mean, if someone is throwing the carrying case through a metal detector at like Carnegie Hall and people are catching it by the logo, I've made it. Like, that's awesome. People know what Hooke audio is. Yeah. And the blue polo? How is your system different than the conventional recording techniques for stereo recordings that have a 3D quality? Well, stereo recordings can't have a 3D quality. They would just be stereo recordings. When you listen back to a stereo recording, you're going to be able to localize the source to the right and the left of you. You are not going to be able to distinguish a sound source that's in front, behind, above, or below, right? Naturally, we can localize that source. When it's captured binaurally, you actually will be able to sense where a sound source is in front, above, behind, or below, not just left and right. And then mono is one channel. It's just equal in the right as much as it is in the left. Yes? White shirt there? Yeah. Yep. White shirt, yeah, sorry. Oh, no, sorry, to the white shirt there. Sorry. They retail for $239. I'm selling them at discount here today for $200, if anyone's interested. They come in white and black. Yes? Are there certain things that sound better in 3D as opposed to, like, is there a scale of things that sound better in 3D that don't sound as good 3D? Live music is definitely a big one. I'd like to say any type of content that's being captured with an action cam or a GoPro, right? Like, what are we doing with GoPros? A wide immersive POV perspective to have it there. Travel, right? Like influencer and like social and like selfie videos and immersing through there. Right? All we're doing with all this POV content is trying to show the world what we're seeing. Why aren't we doing it with sound? Yes?
So I want to big this guy up to the 100th degree. I met him earlier this afternoon. Like, think of this embedded in Alexa, and you're a musician of any sort. You're now broadcasting live.
He's the only one in this room that's heard the demo. So.
Patents on patents on patents. This is some of the coolest shit I've ever seen.
Thanks. Yes?
There's a cable. You showed a slide of.
Yep.
There's a cable that connects to the device.
Say you got like a DSLR or a GoPro. I got to put this down for a sec. Say you have a field recorder, DSLR, GoPro, something that doesn't have Bluetooth, right? And you want to record it that way. I've invented this recording cable. Right? Looks like this. It's a cable retractor for your action cams. You don't want to be stuck on a steady cam. You pop it into the charging port, and it flips a pin in the headset and says, oh, we're not in charging mode, we're in wired audio output. It immediately turns into a wired microphone. You have two connectors. This is line level for every external mic input. This is GoPro's proprietary, we're totally dumb 10-pin mini USB connector that you have to go in. So it's only for GoPro that way. But does that make sense?
Yes.
Great. Yep.
One more question.
Sorry, yeah.
So you have the recording, but as far as the audio, the headphone experience, can you use them every day? How they compare to, the next $300?
Right, and that was the concept, right? If I want to introduce microphone recording tech to people, I know that people aren't going to walk out the door and be like, let me grab my headphones and my phone and my microphones. They're not going to do it, right? So we're taking this recording tech, this revolution recording tech, and putting it into a product that people already own. So the Hooke First are just Bluetooth headphones, and they're also a hands-free calling device. You're going to pair them to your phone, you're going to listen to music, do whatever you need to, but when you go to capture a video, instead of using that built-in mic, it immediately overrides it using our proprietary recording codec and has the video with the audio from your ears, not the mic.
Is the audio quality like Sennheiser, Bose?
Playback?
It's crazy. Like, you will not believe the difference.
In terms of playback listening to Spotify, I like to compare them to the Shure SE series. The 215s are like a $99 pair of headphones, if you know those. Similar earbud, memory foam ear tip, super isolated. Is good. Most of the money's in the mics, though.
All right, put your hands together
Cool.
again for Hooke.
Again, find me for a demo.